Welcome back to the Line Scoop. I'm just your host, Jezenia Marrero with Jenna Wissman. And today we have some Penn State women's volleyball players, Alexis Stucky and Gabrielle Nichols. How are you guys doing today?
Good, thanks for having us.
Well, it's nice to be here.
And shout out to Weiss for ice cream. What kind of ice cream did you guys?
I got chocolate with cookie dough.
I have cookies and cream with sprinkles.
Same. Jenna?
Same.
Can't go wrong with cookies and cream.
So I'm saying.
So good.
So, guys, let's start out with, going back to your childhood. When was volleyball introduced to you, and how did you realize that you could take it to the next level?
I was actually forced to play volleyball. My mom forced me to try out, and I happened to be semi-decent in the 8th grade. And then my dad also tricked me into trying out for the best clubs in New York, and that they needed to that I did not want to make. But then the rest was history. I fell in love with it, and after 2 years, I knew I was like, oh, I want to play at the highest level, and that's when I got to
I've always been around volleyball. My mom coached Division I volleyball for years and years and years. She coached at the University of Wyoming and the University of Kansas, so I was always around volleyball. And then my first vivid volleyball memory is me at 7 years old watching recruiting with her, and there were 12 girls playing on another court. And I was like, Mom, I want to do that. And then that's kind of how I started playing volleyball.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and when you guys were going through the recruitment process of going T1, what were you looking for in schools?
I was definitely looking for a place where I think I can play here. I think I can get better here. And I mean, academics is a part of it, but I really want to go somewhere where I can win and be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Big factor for me was I wanted to feel like I was part of the family, and I feel like the Penn State staff did a really good job and continues to do a good job of making it feel like you have a family here. I would also say the location was really big for me, so it's only 3 hours away from New York, and in a Penn State degree is going to take you to some great places.
Alumni association.
Exactly. So I was like, great volleyball, great academics. Look at the world.
Yeah, exactly. So you grew up in Wyoming. What was that like? Because I don't know many people from Wyoming.
Yeah, it's tough to play volleyball there, I'm not going to lie. So my mom was my high school coach, I would play with my sister, and that was just great for high school volleyball. But there's no, the teams that compete at an open level, which is the highest level in club volleyball. So I had to drive to Colorado and play on the club team there.
Oh, wow. How far was that?
It wasn't horrible. It was an hour and a half, but my poor mother, she was driving that for 12 to 18. Yeah, thanks, Mom.
But she definitely understood since she was a coach.
Yes, yeah, no, she knew if you want to play the highest level, you got to put the work. So she definitely carried the torch on that one.
Yeah. What was that experience like having a mom as a coach?
Oh my gosh, I loved it. Anytime I wanted extra reps, she was there.
Aww.
And the amount of hours she's poured into me, I can't ever make it up to her. I'm so grateful for it.
Yeah.
Sorry. You being from New York, since you did make the best club team, was your travel far, or was it pretty close where you live?
It was about an hour away, so very similar to Stucky, but 2 times a week, sometimes 3 if I wanted extra reps. My parents did all they could do to get me to where I wanted to be, so I'm very grateful for y'all. Thank you. But yeah, and then I moved down to North Carolina, and that was an hour and a half every 2 weeks.
Wow.
So, 2 times a week. So we've always had to travel to be the best.
And do you guys feel like that was just because it's volleyball as a sport? Or do you think when you looked at other sports, there was more accessible places?
I think in Wyoming it's tough to play at a high level in any sort of sport, but I think that's pretty normal. If you want to play on a really good club team, you have to be willing to put in the drive.
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree.
Yeah. So, obviously, you guys ended up at Penn State. What made it the school for you?
Like I mentioned before, the staff just made me feel at home, but most importantly, making my family feel comfortable. My little sister loves me. She makes sure that everybody in my family is okay, and that was very, very important to me. That she cares. That this program cares about me as a person rather than as an athlete, and that was very, very important.
Yeah, for me, I finished up 4 years at the University of Florida and was ready to move on and go somewhere else. And when I entered the portal, when I was talking to Penn State and I took my visit, I liked it a lot, and my family was like, oh my gosh, you don't even understand the tradition of this place. You don't understand, how big the deal being a Penn State athlete is. And just going through my visit was awesome. I just love the blue-collar work ethic of our coaches, our team, just everyone who works here. And I just love the tradition of winning and love how hard people want to work here.
Ice Markets believes in providing fresh, local products to customers and Penn State fans. All of Weiss quality milk is purchased from local dairy farms right here in PA, and then the milk is processed and the surplus cream is used to create delicious Weiss ice cream made at the Weiss dairy plant in central PA.
There's over 60 flavors to choose from.
With Weiss's low prices, there's no need to fight over flavors. Pick a flavor for everyone. I mean, you jumped from Wyoming to Florida to now State College. Through all that process, how much have you grown as an individual, being away from home, but then also an athlete and meeting a bunch of new girls all the time?
Oh my gosh, so much. I'm very, very close to my family, so somehow I always pick schools so far than possible to reach, but it's been awesome. I've gotten to meet so many different people, so many just different types of people, so many different personalities, so I feel like I've grown so much from those people.
And when you were in the transfer portal, obviously it's getting bigger and bigger the more we get into college athletics. People are transferring a lot. Any advice to anyone who's in the portal, right, or looking to get into the next portal?
I would definitely say go more relationship based. Like, pick a school where you're going to be happy even if volleyball is not a factor. And I mean, easier said than done. I mean, obviously I came here for volleyball, but still, the relationships are probably the biggest part, and that's what you're going to do the most.
Yeah, I feel like I said with the other girls, it's definitely a mental sport for sure. How do you guys, hold each other accountable, but like be there for one another? I know the bond you guys have is so close.
Yeah. I would say knowing what everybody needs. Every player is different. So, like, do you need to ramp them up? Do you need to get under their skin to get the best out of them? Do you just need to leave them alone? So I feel like understanding that will take us very far. We're already very close as is, especially off the court. So I feel like we're going to see this.
I love this environment. I think our team does such a good job of holding each other accountable. Like, everyone is so competitive, and I don't feel like we're horrible to each other anyway, because everyone's competing every single day, but I never feel like that gets in the way of any of our relationships. And I think that's a super big deal. I really appreciate how our team does that.
Yeah, and the way that would translate on the court is huge. It's moved so far.
Speaking of relationships, when you were at Florida, you were with Kenny Martin for 2 years, and then she came to Penn State. You had your final year there without her. Now you're going to have her again on your team. How excited are you for that?
I'm thrilled. Kenny Martin is the best player in the country. And she's just someone who can carry a heavy load, and she's going to make me look good, and she just is unreal. She's going to point score in situations that a normal person wouldn't point score, and she's such an awesome person, awesome teammate. She embraces me, and I'm so happy to be back there.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this squad. Just being with the four of you guys today, you guys obviously have so much chemistry together that Jenna mentioned.
Yeah, talk to me about the mindset of the team this year.
I think this team, I certainly am new, and there's 7 new people out of our 16-person roster, so we're definitely all trying to meld together and get together, but this is a team that wants to win a national championship, and that's the end goal, and that's what we're working to every single day. So.
And it's almost
going for it all. Sorry, you're fine, just going out every day, going for it all, and you don't want, so you know it's gonna take, and we're willing to push each other's highest instincts.
Exactly, and I was going to say it's almost even more special having a group of new girls with older girls essentially just coming together and, just sharing those different experiences from other schools or here to win that night that you guys talk about. So, State College, what are some of your favorite things to do in town?
Oh my goodness, I've loved just driving around and seeing the mountains. They're beautiful. I have this obsession with Amish people, so I love anytime I see an Amish person or in their horse and buggy. Or
wait till the farmers market comes out.
I can't wait. I seriously can't wait. I'm really excited.
If you think it's pretty now, once it gets May warm, I think a couple of days ago, last week it was beautiful out. I was okay, I'm gonna this.
And contrary to most of my teammates, I'm actually really enjoying the weather. I'm really liking the snow.
Speak for yourself. For sure. I would say me and Lexi, she's over there, we like to go eat a lot. So I would say the field and Irving's is 2 of our favorite spots. So we like to try we try as many new restaurants as we can. Just
Yeah, and State College just keeps expanding, so it's gonna get better and better.
We just saw on the way here, there's some cafe. Did you guys see that yet?
Where?
There's a cafe coming downtown.
Oh my gosh, no, I haven't seen that.
It has these huge pink posters. You'll see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Chair's Bakery Cafe.
Ooh.
You should give them a sponsorship.
Yeah, maybe.
Look us up.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We appreciate you, sharing your stories with us and, eating ice cream. Of course, that's not bad at all.
Thank you.
Cheers. And thank you for watching.
We can't wait to see your season.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.